no, where did it go?
And there we are.
Them dang miscuses.
I know, right? It's crazy. We gotta get Jack. We gotta get you holding the beer so we can get you in that intro.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, we need to do that.
I know a guy.
You know a guy who knows a guy?
Well, he's got a camera anyway.
I know a guy that's got a beer.
What?
Yeah,
you can hold it.
Hold my beer.
What?
Okay. Well, usually it's a stand up or breathe.
Oh, what was it?
This one's let me know that Rachel just closed all 3 activity rings.
Nice.
What the hell is that about? Whew, that's a relief.
All right, welcome everybody to our Shoot About Beer and Spirits segment.
Yes, where we feature none other than
the Guru of the Suds, Mr. Jeff Stay. Oh, what happened?
Wow, magic.
Cheers. Hey,
What's
guys.
up? How's it
Yo. Well, don't we have special one tonight?
I've been really looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
I have to say.
I am interested to get your guys' take on it. I'm not going to say anything about my what am I trying to say? My perception? Why can't I think of the word? My opinion of the beer. Yeah, I'm gonna we'll talk about what it is, but I want to get your guys' opinion before I say anything. But yeah, cool. Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA, the holy grail of hop heads. So, can't believe I found this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, because when I first heard of it, you know, I heard it was so limited that if you didn't get in there and get it the second that it came in, then you would go without. Yep. So it's almost like winning the lottery when you can get this stuff.
Seriously. Yeah, because living in Vegas, living in Utah, I can even in Vegas, like that's what really surprised me. 3 years there, and I still could never find it. But it's exactly what you said, because the day it would come in, it was sold out before I could even get to the store. Everyone's buying cases of it, and then lo and behold, in good old Riverton, Utah, I just happened to come across it. I think I told you guys. I just like randomly stopped by the liquor store, and I'm looking at the beer, and one of the guys who works there, he can tell that I'm like pretty intense, looking at everything. He's like, "Hey man, come here." Like, what?
Look at the back.
What we just got in. Whole shelf just filled with it. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It's fantastic, but could only buy 1 4-pack at a time. But fortunately, went back the next day and snagged another 4-pack. They were still there.
Cool. So I was just going to point out what you just did, because as soon as I popped the cap, smell it.
Yeah, that smells good.
Strong. Yeah.
Yeah, It is strong. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll just pour it and we can kind of talk about it.
Normal pour.
All right. Usually it's not too highly carbonated. The head on it, it's a good looking head. It'll usually die off pretty quick.
Yeah.
Though.
Too bad.
Pretty close. I like it.
Very unfiltered if you look at it. Lots of yeast floating around in there. Sorry, I thought my wife was going to come grab the baby before I got started here. Here she comes.
You're good. We got some people.
What's that?
We got some people on watching.
Right on. Yeah, but so the Dogfish Head, 120-minute Dogfish Head. First off, these guys are they were started in 95 out of Delaware. Sam is the owner. I can't ever pronounce his last name, so I'm not even going to try. But anyway, so I mean, a staple. These guys, it's basically like Sam Adams and then Dogfish Head, like the 2 big guys, which ironically enough, Sam Adams, Boston Beer Company, technically acquired these guys in 2019, which I'm okay with, because I respect both those breweries for being the big guys, a couple of the big guys in the microbrew world. They still play really well with the little guys. They do it right. They take care of their employees, it seems like. So, but yeah, so that's Dogfish Head. And then they have, this is obviously the 120-minute IPA. We've kind of talked about it before. They've got the 60-minute, the 75-minute, the 90-minute, and 120-minute. And all that means is that's how many minutes they're doing a continual hopping process. So like with most IPAs, you have either wet hop, where you're adding all the hops and then you're doing the boil. And that's generally for more of like your bittering hops that you're doing early on. And of course, someone's at the door. Now the dog's barking. You guys are kidding me.
The dog head.
Pizza chair.
I don't know if my wife's going to get that. It's probably one of the neighborhood kids. I don't know, babe. Just get the door. I don't know. It's probably the kids. Don't people realize this is a special episode? Come on.
Right?
No interruptions.
120 minutes for crying out loud.
Exactly. But yeah, so anyway, you had the wet hop. And then there's the dry hopping, which is more of your hazy IPAs, the New Englands, the Juicies. They're all the same.
Right.
Different names. But that's where they're doing the more the aromatic hopping toward the end, giving it the real fruity flavor. And so what these guys figured out is they do a continual hopping process, which technically is more on the wet hopping side because it is part of the boil. But it's literally like this machine that's at a slant. They've got all the hops on there and it just slowly vibrates. And the hops just drop into the boil as it goes. And I guess Sam, the owner of Dogfish, at the very first time he even tried it, he used like an old Tecmo Bowl, like football game. It would shake so the players move around, and he literally used that to get the hops in there. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. So this one is hopped for 100, is continually hopped for 120 minutes, hence 120-minute IPA. It's on average 18% ABV, and their IBUs always match. I promise we're going to drink here. Their IBUs always match the number. So 60-minute is a 60 IBUs, 75 minutes, 75 IBUs. So they say this is 120 IBUs. I don't know if I believe it because the IBU scale stops at 100.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, you tell me. So it's supposed to be 120 IBUs. Like that should be incredibly bitter.
Yeah.
Cheers, and give me your
Cheers.
All right.
So 2 hours of dry hopping.
Wow.
That is interesting. No, not at all.
It's supposed to be.
No, there's so many
beers.
in there.
No kidding.
Wow. Like what? What's going on?
A lot of flavors to deal with.
Yeah.
But you know what hits me the most? Just because I really like the flavor, is I'm hitting the licorice.
All right.
Licorice in it?
Mm-hmm.
Get that black licorice.
Black licorice.
I get kind of a citrusy almost, though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I can get out of that.
Yeah, I get some of that lemon
Right,
in there. And that'd be because they do dry hop it then for a month, as it says right on the bottle. So 120-minute wet, continual hopping, and a full month of dry hopping. That's ridiculous. And it's not add hops one time and let it sit for a month. I believe it's literally every single day they're adding more hops for an entire month of that dry hop. So that's really giving you a lot of that citrus in there too.
It's a very strong beer, though.
But it's very sweet.
It is sweet. Yeah, it's really sweet.
Very sweet.
That's what caught me off, is the sweetness of it. I did not expect that.
Yeah, I'm sure the IBUs are up there, but it's not. I've had ones that I think are more bitter than this one, honestly. And maybe the sweetness balances out that bitterness. I don't know, but
and that's I'm with you. That's exactly what I thought. There's no way this is even 100 IBUs because their 75-minute IPA is hoppier in my opinion than this is, but it's also with all that sweetness, all that alcohol, it kind of is potentially just hiding the bitterness.
Now I may be crazy and I may be way off base on this, but it almost has kind of a whiskey taste to it too. Are you getting that at all?
I'm gonna have to take another one for the team here.
I don't know. I didn't think about that. Maybe it's just the how strong the alcohol is, I guess.
That could be
what you're getting.
Yeah. But I get almost like that whiskey aftertaste to it. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Okay, when I did that little thing with
when you breathe out.
Yeah, breathe out without through my nose kind of thing. Yeah.
Right, just a little bit. Not overpowering, but
no, that's where I can kind of feel the burn of the alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to slow down on it.
that's really, it's, can you say it's smooth? I mean, it is smooth.
It is smooth.
It's very smooth.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the funny thing. I had my wife try it, the first one that I cracked. And she's like, oh, this is kind of like a bitch beer. It's so sweet. Like, what? Like, this literally like the holy grail of IPAs. And she's like, yeah, this would be like a good beginner beer for a girl. I just had to laugh, and it's because that sweetness. It is that the caramel, the malts. It is so sweet that like that hits you almost more than anything, and then the alcohol sets in. And
it burns like a brandy. I can feel it. It's interesting.
Well, and I've never had it, but they say it's almost. Some people would technically categorize it as a barley wine. Which I've heard of, but I've never had it. But they're like, yeah, this is kind of more of a barley wine than even an IPA.
Yeah, you just answered a question I had earlier because we were looking at a local brewery, and they had this barley wine.
I'm like, what's a barley?
Yeah, and I thought, have we done a barley wine yet?
Apparently, this is really similar.
Yeah, I mean that one. It was at 90, wasn't it? Was that the one that was 90? 90 IBU, and only around.
It makes sense because I mean barley is the grain that they're obviously using, turning into the malt. There's clearly a ton of malt in this.
Oh yeah.
If there's anything I don't like about it, that's honestly what I don't like. It's way more malty, caramely than what I like in my IPAs. I'd rather have the bitterness. But I mean, and so that's I could see why the barley, the alcohol content being as high as it is. Again, not knowing what a barley wine is, but just hearing those two words together, it's like, all right, that makes sense that this would be a barley wine.
Yeah, it's good.
So interesting.
It's
a fun one to drink. I do enjoy drinking it.
Can't chug it. That wouldn't be smart.
Like,
does it seem to have a more thickness feeling to it?
It does, yeah.
I
know what you're saying.
It's water, it's heavier.
It's heavier,
yeah. So
there is
more creamy. Yeah. There you go.
I mean, if you look up at a light, it is very unfiltered. I mean, there's a lot of sediment in there, all that yeast.
All right.
I almost get like a boozy banana smell when I just sniff it, though. I didn't notice that before. Yeah, that's an interesting one. But yeah, I guess and if you look at different reviews online, it's funny because apparently it's a pretty hard to control batch when you're doing a boil for that long, when you're aging it for that long, the whole month dry hopping. That is like each year kind of really gives different flavors. There's some obviously consistent to it. What just happened?
Good God.
Oh, did he just try it?
You need to put that on camera. You need to bring yourself in on that.
Oh wow, that's
What do you think?
It's strong.
We got an echo on him.
Yeah. Oh my God, this thing's on. There we go.
There you go.
Better.
Oh, that is better.
Good Lord. Well, you know what though? It's clearing my throat out. Wow, that's yeah. I see the alcohol thing. Definitely, it's a lot of citrus is what I taste.
Right? Yeah,
a lot of citrus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you taste the black licorice that I can
You can
taste?
smell this mother from across the room, though. Like,
yeah, Jack's swimming in the suds there. You can see.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off real quick.
Yeah, I taste the black licorice. It finishes there. At the end, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
What do you think, though? I mean,
it doesn't even taste like a beer. I like it.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. It tastes good. I'm a yummy face guy. Like, yeah, an adult flavors.
Because it's really sweet.
It's incredibly sweet. This I would get ripping retarded drunk on this, like in a heartbeat. Yeah, a whole. Yeah,
but one of these we'll do it.
We'll do it. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. Yeah, and I'm a lightweight anyway, so and yeah, this cold would be a problem for me. In the best way.
That's funny.
So give me the rest of yours, Joey.
He's like, Sharon,
right.
You like everything? Give me yours.
Okay, I'll share.
That's funny.
You probably shouldn't, but I think I want you to.
Come on. All right.
You can have some more of mine, dude, because there's no way I'm going to drink this whole thing and not.
The hops thingy.
What
What in this is the hops, or what is it? How does the hops affect it? Make it this way? I've never had beer that doesn't have that awful beer taste. Like even the dry beers that I like because they don't have an aftertaste. This doesn't have an aftertaste.
Yeah, which is ironic because it has way more hops than any beer you've ever had.
Right.
But because there's so much alcohol and the malts and all of that is completely overpowering all the hops. So that's the ironic part is, there's way more hop. You really should have nothing but bitterness.
But there's not.
Everything is elevated. So
now I know the secret.
Yeah, absolutely not what I was expecting at all.
No. Wow, and like I say, honestly, I was a little disappointed because I want the hops. I want bitterness.
Right.
That's what I want. I wanted to get punched in the face with bitterness, not sweetness.
Aww.
But it still is fun to drink. Every time that I've cracked one, I've really enjoyed just taking the time. Really, every sip almost is different in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife nailed it though, because I like this. This is a bitch beer.
And your dad is calling us alkies.
Alkies.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Only once a week. Come on now.
Nah, that's true.
It's for posterity or mankind's betterment or something like that.
Yeah, if you want me to share, Jack, you better get out here quick and take some.
Better dump some in.
I need to be careful. I don't have anyone to share with right now. I'm going to be waiting to hang out.
Right. Exactly.
Got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, we have a special guest coming on after this too, and we got to be careful.
Yeah. Seriously, I mean, if this is on, because again, we don't know, this could be 20% alcohol.
Right.
Like, that's 4 beers in one shot.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm sipping.
I was saying, though, with the inconsistencies of it, I can't remember what year it was. It was like clear back 2007, 2008. They brewed this, and then they ended up just dumping it because it didn't even turn out the way that they wanted it to.
Really?
Like, man, what a shame. Like, this is your big, flagship beer. And for entire years worth, they just had to dump it. And just wait till the next year and do it all over again.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You should let us try it anyway.
Right? They should distribute it anyway.
Yeah.
Give our opinion on it.
It was too sweet, Jack.
It is very cloudy.
I'm actually really surprised you like it, Jack. I'm really surprised.
It doesn't have the beer thing.
Yeah, I guess. Interesting.
Wow.
Good stuff.
It really is good.
I'm so thankful that you scored this, Jeff.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, I'm glad it all worked out. Can't believe I found it.
Yeah, it's one I thought I'd never get to try because I'm pretty lazy, So I know if it comes to, being at a place on time, and when it happens, I'm usually not there. So.
But I was looking because I go to Total Wine every week pretty much to get our beers, and I kept looking for it when you mentioned it that it was coming out, and I never saw it.
So it was here and gone in an hour.
As I said before we went live, how it says this was bottled in 2018.
Right.
So that's the weird part. Is like maybe Utah got it and it wasn't even part of like their annual release. It's just like
all of our leftovers.
Yeah, we got, and it ages well, so it's fine. But seriously, it's like, is that why Utah got it? There was just like some couple boxes left over, and like, hell, give it to Utah. Like, throw them a bone.
Or Utah forgot about it and said, "Oh shit, look what we got in the back room.
We'll put that out.
We should put that out."
Yeah. Yeah, the next day when I went back, like I said, the first day, the guy clearly knew what it was, and he wouldn't let me clean them out. And then when I go back the next day, the lady who was working then, I was like, I can't believe you still have this in stock. I'm so excited. And pick it up. She's like, oh, is this a special beer? Like, you have no idea what you guys have on your shelf. And apparently no one else does either, because like maybe 2 cases were taken, 2 4-packs from between 2 days.
It's Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA.
All right.
Or Heavy Metal Beer Club.
Wow.
And it's amazing.
It really is.
It is. It really is.
Jack, more than anything, it's just fun to say you've had it now.
Yeah.
Who do we have to kill to get more?
You gotta go to
I hate road trips.
Unless somebody else is driving.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
My favorite. This is wow. The only beer I used to say that I liked was Kieran, and that's just because it was dry enough that it didn't have that horrible aftertaste to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this is I've got a new favorite that apparently is rare and can't get. So wonderful.
Great.
Crap.
Well, and it's also $9 a bottle, so don't feel too bad.
Oh,
Holy moly.
I'll pay the see that's yeah. That's it. Let's go.
Yeah, but think about it. For $9,
$9
you're getting
You
good
get
and
what you
wasted.
pay for. You get what you pay for.
Exactly.
Wow. This is a trophy bottle.
This would be great with a cigar.
Oh, man.
All right.
That would be.
Yeah. Great.
Really good.
It's distributed nationwide, yeah. Or is it local?
No, yeah, it's nationwide. You can find it.
If you find right,
So that's,
Yeah, they're out of New
but no,
England.
it is. Yeah, it's in every state.
got to start calling the people living closer to dry counties, right?
Right. Yeah.
Hey, I need you to go to the liquor store.
Go grab. That's kind of crazy.
They're in Milton, Delaware.
Ooh.
Yep.
Hi, I'm in Delaware.
Yeah, I really think that when I found it, it wasn't part of like their annual release because actually, so you couldn't find it. I've got a buddy in Georgia, the Georgia, Tennessee area. He couldn't find it, but then my buddy in Vegas, he did find it, but he found it like 6 months before I did, and that would make more sense that maybe that was part of the release. So I don't know. That is kind of funny. I almost wonder if someone got it and forgot about it, and then
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
on the
was.
shelf. But
For 2018, yeah, seems like a
Well, I first heard about it from my son-in-law Cameron, because we were talking beer one night, and he goes,
Right.
says you really need to watch out for this 120-minute IPA from Dogfish Head, and that's where he was telling me. He says, but it's one of those things that it's a hit or miss, because you don't know when they're going to get it in, and when they do get it in, it's gone. And
Right.
so I made up my mind right then that I would never have this stuff.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Here we are.
It's amazing.
making dreams come true.
So
Yeah.
are we going to go backwards now and do the 90-minute and the 60-minute? Are we going to do that?
Also, every time they do this, is it different? Is it going to be like a different, if they ever do the 120 again, or when they do it again, is it going to be a different taste or different, or can you count on that what we just,
No, it'll be mostly similar. Yeah, I mean, this is the one and only time I've had it, but just watching beer reviews, some years it's way more boozy, other years it's more hoppy, other years it's more sweet. Apparently we got a really sweet year, but overall, I would have to imagine it's got to be
Close.
fairly
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah.
Because they don't change the recipe, right? I mean, it's just
No, yeah.
So-
I think it's simply because of the time that it takes, just the
Right.
the yeast act's different or whatever, but we should do the 75-minute. The 75-minute is still my favorite. That one I absolutely love.
that one I
I think
probably,
that would be a fun one to try.
I'll try it. You betcha.
I might have to do that. That'd be cool.
bitter.
Cool. All right. Well, I better get the kids to bed. So
All right.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Another home run, dude. Another home run.
Making dreams come true.
Yes, sir.
Cheers and
do
shalom.
what we
man.
can. No, it's fun. Cheers, guys. It's fun doing this with you.
Cheers. Cheers. We'll see you next time.
Cool. We'll see you around.
All right,
Right.
man. Sounds good.
Thanks.
Slickerdoodle.
Schlickerdoodle.
That's yummy.
Slickerdoodle.
That's really tasty.
That's cool. I'm glad you liked that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I liked it. I did not expect to like it. But the more you guys were talking about all this stuff, I'm going like, that sounds like something I want. It's got caramel and twig stuff in it. I need that.
I want to try it. Damn it.
Yum, yum, yum. That was good.
Cool.
Now what?
Well, we're going to get ready for our next show.
Yes, everybody stand by for the next feed.
For the feeding.
which is coming up in 6 minutes, 5 minutes now.
Oh, wow. That's going to be crazy.
So
So, yeah, we have none other than Patty Negri joining us in our next segment.
it should be a lot of fun.
I'm super, super excited about it.
So hang on. We'll start that live feed here in a couple of minutes, and we'll see you guys then. Stick around.
Please join us.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Truth About Beer